that I'm trying to get you to say, though, we know that you hate Trump. That has been abundantly obvious.
Yes,
I
we
actually
do.
think that Trump out of office
For good reason.
was a good thing for your show because it allowed you to.
It's not about my show, Candace.
No.
That's insulting.
No.
That's insulting.
I'm saying because people that weren't watching your show, that you didn't let me finish. You can't be told by sentence I didn't finish.
No, but you keep
I was going to
implying
say
that
people that did not watch your show because there was so much dedication to talking about Trump during those years, then were switched onto your show because you moved on and you started talking about other topics that were crucial and I think brought in more of a conservative base.
Can we
That's
just
not insulting to say.
Yeah, it is.
Bill Maher is once again caught in the trap of bringing someone who is much more intelligent and much more well-researched on every single topic that Bill Maher has a strong opinion on onto his podcast. You know, bringing him onto Real Time with Bill Maher, bringing them onto his own podcast over and over to just get destroyed by people, like in this case, Candace Owens. And they actually got into a very, very heated yelling match at each other later on in this video. I'll show you that clip. Let's first start off with this one, where they discuss a lot of things that's going on in the woke culture. Candace Owens kind of breaking down some things to Bill Maher, but also surprisingly, Bill Maher having some opinions that I wouldn't expect. Let's get into this clip here from Bill Maher's own podcast with Candace Owens.
When you have kids, obviously, like the whole
and also,
New York,
by the way,
DC.
if I was a parent, well, first of all, there'd be unholy hell if I was a parent because probably we're going to be on the same page on this shit. Some of the stuff that goes on in the schools is just so cray-cray, and I would not be able to keep my mouth shut about it. Yeah. So I'm sure a state like Tennessee does not have laws that some of the blue states do, where like the parents are not allowed to be notified by the school. They're actually prohibited if the kid changes their gender. Like they say that would be outing the student to a parent.
Right.
Outing is a word we even use in connection with a parent. Shouldn't everything be out to the parent?
Yeah.
It's amazing to me that people like Bill Maher can be surprised at this when they are the ones, Bill Maher are the ones that vote for this stuff. Like they take over California, they vote for all these just lunatic people to be in office. They, you know, are totally fine with crazy laws when we tell them, hey, this is actually insane, you know, Bill or whoever it is. This is insane that you're allowing this to happen. They're like, oh, no, it's all good. You know, we're all bought into the woke cults. So it doesn't really matter how insane it is. It's just, you know, as long as our side wins, that's all I care about. And then he looks back on it. And now, you know, a couple of years later, whatever, 5 years later, Bill Maher's like, wait, this stuff actually is nutty. But they're still going to move somewhere else. They're going to leave Los Angeles. They're going to leave California, go to Texas, start voting the same way. I don't understand. Do these people like truly just not have brains? I don't get it.
I'm sure I'm singing from your hymnal now.
Am I allowed to have an opinion on this, or
no?
I'm
just trying to make up for my faux pas with the moon.
I just don't care. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. I don't care about that at all. I literally nothing about it, and I wouldn't have ever picked a debate with somebody about something that I just don't care about. But this I care deeply about.
Right. Oh.
And this is what I do a lot of, you know, work in the space of talking to parents and understanding how we've become so removed from our own children systematically. And you're right that places like LA and New York have become these major hubs where the state has gone too far. And I do a lot of work on other stuff too that you would think is weird, and, you know, vaccine stuff for parents and kind of giving them a guide.
Oh no, I'm with you there.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that. And, you know, I produce an entire separate series talking about vaccines and sort of the increase. And
well, I don't think
when I was a kid, I
don't think vaccines are a hoax or anything, right? I just
not a hoax.
Okay.
But how, do you know? Do your kids need from 1982?
Right. No, they don't.
6 to 75.
Right.
You know.
I mean, my view, just to be clear, vaccines are a tool in the medical kit, just like antibiotics.
Right.
And just like antibiotics, I wouldn't want to be told everyone's taking them.
If you enjoy content like this, then hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It really does help me out a ton. Let's get back to the video. And Bill Maher is going to say that this is insane, you know, everything that Candace Owens is describing here. But then also, Bill Maher is going to go and vote for the same people, and he's going to vehemently defend these people. Gavin Newsom, he wants to run for president because he thinks he can win. And that kind of goes with exactly what I was saying earlier. Bill Maher and all these other woke people, they don't have any actual morals or convictions or anything like that. They just know, I am on the woke side and I want the woke side to win, so I will do whatever it takes for that side to win, even if it's going to be objectively bad for the world, even if it's going to lower the quality of the world that we live in. As long as the woke side wins, then they're happy. But now let's get into the actual heated debate portion of this debate between Candace Owens and Bill Maher. They talk about Donald Trump and a few other things, and like I said, it gets very heated between Candace Owens and Bill Maher. Let's check this out.
Forgery.
Well, I mean,
forgery.
Before Stacey Abrams
He
contested
forged
her election and said that it was.
Well, that's.
So let's be.
Yes, but okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I concede.
Okay. Hillary Clinton took a very long time. I don't think she's
Hillary Clinton was there before the night was over in her purple suit conceding the election.
She didn't. She slept in. You're wrong.
No, I'm not
You're
wrong.
John Podesta came to the podium and said,
it was before dawn of the next day.
Okay, my point is that saying that there was
you
that
lost
there were
your point.
No, I didn't lose my point. My point is that
well,
you're saying
about
that
Hillary you were. Hillary conceded as soon as it was obvious that she lost.
The thing that I'm trying to get you to say though, we know that you hate Trump. That has been abundantly obvious.
Yes,
I actually
we do.
think that Trump out of office
for good reason.
Was a good thing for your show because it allowed you to.
It's not about my show, Candace.
No,
that's insulting.
No.
That's insulting.
I'm saying because people that weren't watching your show that you didn't let me finish. You can't be told by sentence I didn't finish.
No, but you keep
I was going to say that
people
that did not watch your show because there was so much dedication to talking about Trump during those years, then were switched onto your show because you moved on and you started talking about other topics that were crucial and I think brought in more of a conservative base.
Can we
That's
just
not insulting
can we
to say.
just yeah it is. Can we just have this professional courtesy that I concede and I believe you believe everything you say.
Yeah.
Give me the same courtesy.
I said I believe you hate Trump. And
you're saying I'm doing things for ratings or to bring in a different audience.
Bring up ratings. I actually believe that literally amongst my audiences, more conservatives started watching you post-Trump.
Yes.
Myself included.
But that's a big.
I'm sorry I said you got a bigger audience now. Gosh, are you going to cry yourself to sleep? More people like me.
No. You ascribed a reason to it that's not true. I do have a bigger conservative audience and a less woke audience, probably.
Yeah.
More people who are common sense centrist. Good. Fine. I didn't do it.
No, there's not a lot of common sense people that are, audience members of Bill Maher. Like, we'll watch him whenever he has people like Candace Owens on there, whenever he gets, wrecked. Like, that's the only time I like watching Bill Maher. If you're a common sense person, you're not watching Bill Maher to hear his opinions on politics because, like I said earlier, he has no convictions or morals. It's all just, the woke side needs to win at all costs.
For that reason.
I never said you did it for that reason. I said I did not imply that.
Okay, fine.
I didn't.
All
I genuinely meant what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just say what I really
when Trump
think.
got out of office, you started focusing on different topics other than Trump. And people were able to see that.
Well, he wasn't president anymore, of course.
I'm not faulting you. I'm just making a comment that I think that your audience base has gotten a lot bigger since Trump left office. Some people might even take that as a compliment.
Different.
Crazy, but some people might take this as a compliment.
Thank you. Well, for that part, yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about, like we just talked about, trans kids and bringing up geography and things. And I think that while Trump was in office, and this is not just your show, it was even my show. I think everything was about Trump. Everything was about Trump.
I agree.
Right? And it's never been that way for any other president. And not everything was about
because
Obama.
Other presidents weren't a nut like that.
We have definitely, I think, I believe that and we can disagree on this. I think that from the second he announced that he was coming down, there was a media obsession with taking him down like I've never seen. It actually woke me up. I was on the liberal side and it turned me into a conservative. It was vicious. It was nasty. It was calling him things that he wasn't.
You
didn't participate in that. But pretending that Trump was like a avowed racist that was trying to bring back the Klansmen was a little bit like dramatic,
But that happens with every president and everybody who gets that high up in the tree. When I don't know how far back it goes, probably to George Washington, when a person is the one who's going to be in power, the people who want to prevent that, who think oppositely of how he thinks or she thinks, yes, that's what they do. They try to destroy. They didn't try to destroy Obama.
Not in the way that they come on Trump. You had the Lisa Bloom
please.
period where you had
Candace.
85 million women that came out of the woodwork with allegations. Where were you guys? He's been in the public sphere for the last 30 years. He's had shows. Where were you guys with your allegations before he announced running president? I mean, it was so obviously a ratchet job. And these things matter to you because it doesn't matter.
One of them's on
It doesn't
tape.
matter. It doesn't
matter.
matter.
One of them's right from the horse's mouth saying, I grabbed pussy.
He didn't say I grabbed pussy.
He did!
He said he was talking about groupies. He said they will literally let you do anything, including grab them by the
He wasn't talking about groupies.
Yeah, he was.
He never said that word. He said, when you're a star.
Yes.
That's quite a leap to say we're just talking about groupies. And by the way...
He didn't say, I grabbed this woman by the P word. And I think that's a part of when I say there's so many media hoaxes. Just be honest.
He said, you can grab him by the pussy. He said, you can grab him by the pussy.
Yep.
And we're not going to let them keep saying that over and over again for obvious reasons. But yeah, I do think, once again, Bill Maher got destroyed by Candace Owens because Bill Maher doesn't care about actual facts or looking into the stories. He just he heard these things on the news one time and he's like, oh, that sounds good. And there's anti-Trump. So I'm going to keep parroting these talking points over and over because this is going to help my side win. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about this appearance from Candace Owens over on Bill Maher's podcast. Like I said, dude, the guy's got to stop bringing on people that are way smarter than him and more well-researched. I mean, he can keep doing it. Gives us stuff to laugh at, gives me content to make and stuff like that. But it's just embarrassing for Bill Maher over and over and over again to bring people like Candace Owens on his show and just get schooled the whole time. I highly recommend you go watch the rest of the podcast if you haven't already. If you did enjoy the video though, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.